this video, I'll demonstrate how to use a Sato PB2 180 and Sato PB2 230. To unload a roll of labels from the Sato PB2 guns, you start by opening the hood. Press in the two edges at the back, the hood should open up, and then hold down these two black tabs on either side and the roll should come out. Just cut that roll of labels there, close the hood, and depress the trigger until you've taken the rest of the labels out. To load a new roll of labels into a Sato PB2, first you open the hood. At the back, press the two tabs together, open up the hood, and then you open up the base plate by lifting the back. There's a small internal base plate as well. Use your index finger to open that up. Now, you can't really see a clear and defined hole through the middle of this gun, which means it can be a little bit tough to load. So what I like to do is I take my labels. Now you can use inwound or outwound labels with this gun. These are inwound, meaning that the label itself faces the inside of the roll. We always want that label facing up towards the top of the gun. So for example, with an inwound, we're going to load it like this, so that the labels are facing the top of the gun. Uniquely with these Sato guns, when you're getting ready to put the roll of labels in, instead of straightening them from the top, it's better to straighten them from the bottom here, so that you kind of have an upside down U or a kind of a small N shape. That'll get it nice and flat. And then you just put it through right over the top of that roller, and you'll have the labels come out the other side, and they should be freely going through the gun and easy to pull through. Take the roll of labels and clip it in by pushing down, and these little clips here will hold it in. Close the hood, and then we have about 10 to 15 centimeters from the front, and you're going to close this inner base plate. And when you do that, just ensure that a label is easily able to wrap around it and that it's nice and straight. And then we close the main base plate, click it into place, and the tractor feed will grab onto those labels, and you've loaded your Sato PB2. If you notice the ink starting to fade on your labels that you're using in your Sato PB2, it's time to change the ink roller. To do that on this gun, you have to clip out the cradle holding the ink roller. So you pinch the top of this mechanism and the bottom here together, and that will allow you to pull the entire cradle out with the ink roller on it. Now this ink roller comes on its own cradle as well, which you can slide to the right or the left to get it off. Then we take our new ink roller out of its packaging. And we're just going to slide it back on the same way that we slid it off. And you can do that from either side, so it'll come off or on either side. Then pinch again, and we just put that straight back into the gun. And you've changed the ink roller. From time to time, you might find that the print on your Sato PB2 is too far to the left or to the right of the label. Luckily, it's an easy fix. You just need to do a print head alignment. To do that on a Sato PB2, there's two screws you need to know. This one here and this one here. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, you just loosen those screws without pulling them all the way out. And that will allow you to pull the print head backwards and forwards on a rail. So to do that, just pull one of these all the way out, and you can see it's pulled all the way in that direction now. Push it back in, and you can see that you can move the print head back in towards the gun. So I like to set it in this position all the way out first, tighten those 2 screws, dispense 5 or 6 labels, see if that's fixed the problem. If not, loosen it again, start pushing it slowly inwards, tighten again, more labels, see how you go, and eventually you should get that print exactly how you want it. To print a blank character on a Sato PB2, we just keep moving the band until we get to a completely blank yellow space. It won't actually let you go further, so once you are all the way to the end, you know that that's going to be a blank space.